This is a podcast from the Queen City Podcast Network.
Artstar is a Sith, and he has very sexy thigh meat.
TBJ is a badass.
Joe is a real man.
Professor Andy likes donuts.
Artstar. What is happening?
Stuff.
It's been
Stuff happening.
It's been months since we've done anything. I haven't put out anything, any content.
Right.
I've been doing live shows, so the podcasts have been suffering.
Suffering for your other crafts.
Yep. So apologize to the listeners.
And see, my thing is always, it's like the way my brain works. It's like I'll always say, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's like, we're constantly doing things which involve the nerd space in one way or the other.
Yeah.
But I think we have like this grandiose idea of what we should be doing when we do it.
Yes.
When we could just like how now this is like a nerdy 30. This is like we have no rhyme or reason outside of what it's going to be.
Right.
Like you mentioned Ando possibly popping. First off, Nerd Hive, welcome.
Yes. Welcome. We apologize for the delay. I feel like every time we're on here, we're apologizing for how long it's been.
And it is it's been like the rock and roll express of nerddom.
Yeah, just keeping it going.
TBJ, the worldly TBJ, is not here.
She's very busy. She's in Ghana.
Right. Yeah.
She's a big deal, people.
Right.
She's
TBJ.
Definitely too big of a deal to be on the Nerd Skool podcast.
But she still loves us.
Yes.
And TBJ, to be far. So TBJ put me on to let me get this out of the way first. Let me get all of this out of the way first.
Yeah, welcome.
I was going to say. And then Ando, with Ando, we just never know. Like now, you're like the running joke is always, we don't know what Artstar does in his life. But with Ando, it's always like, you never know. Like, is he going to show up tonight? We don't know.
No one will know.
Right.
Andy doesn't know, I don't think, half the time what he's doing until he's doing
it. Right.
Which drives our family nuts when we're trying to plan around.
So we know idea. We know for this episode there will be no TBJ. But and forever how long this episode runs, will there be an Ando sighting?
I would guess no, because listeners, he is seeing the new Spider-Man. But
is he?
Well,
he said he was going to, but do we know if he went to go? He could be playing WWE 2K26 for all we know.
He could be, because he was trying to get a Royal Rumble.
He's in the middle of Royal Rumble with AEW. He's causing the system to crash.
And
who knows what Ando's doing right now?
See, that's the thing. Whatever we mention is pretty much nerdy enough to be nerdy content. So we just mentioned 14 things that are nerdy enough to be content. And so kind of what Art alluded to is we've got all these grandiose ideas of what we should study for and prepare for to record this podcast. And maybe we should do that, or maybe we should talk about this, or maybe we should, hey, let's all talk about this. And then in all reality, there's not much of a difference when we study a bunch of stuff and prepare a bunch of stuff.
Oh, we're talking a bunch of nerd shit.
Yeah, we just bullshit about nerd shit.
Except we're including you guys.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was,
so what Art and I are trying to do, we are both trying to agree to just get on here if nothing else, we'll just get on here and talk, and it'll be nerdy, and we'll have content for you. In the meantime, we'll get back on that Nerd School wagon eventually. In the meantime, we'll just keep doing these nerdies until maybe this is all it'll ever be ever again.
Who knows? Who knows?
And that's fine.
Who knows? Because I mean, the MCU is going to get blown up eventually, so who knows?
Right.
But what I was going to say was, TBJ, I mentioned in the past, in the time before, how she put me on the book talk, which I didn't know was a thing. So probably about maybe a month ago, not even that long, I text her. No, she hit me up. She texted me, asked me how was things going. I text her back. HM, yeah. I was like, wait, HMU, what the hell? I had to think about it for a second. So it's,
Gen Z
just shooting the breeze. Yeah, just shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
So then I asked her for some book recommendations because I've been on this book thing. Like I've been consuming a lot of comic books.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to read something else. So she turned me on to this book series. And so I read it, and it's called I Summoned a Demon Boyfriend. And I like, she hit me back. She was like, and then I got kind of busy at work for a minute there.
Yeah.
But she hit me up. She was like, so well, what did you, because she was like, she wanted to get my take on it. She was like, what did you think? I was like, well, I haven't really started yet. I'm only like, maybe like, I listened to the audiobook. I think I'm only like maybe 5% into it so far. But it started off kind of crazy. And then I just started, I listen to it while I'm at work, listen to it while I'm just playing a game on my phone or something. And I was just deep, like listening to it to the point where it was like, I couldn't stop listening to it because it was blowing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, when I finished it, I had to tell her, I was like, I was not expecting 99.9% of like what I listened. Like it was a beautiful book. But then so now like I had to get all the other books because I wanted to listen to more. So
it's a series?
Said that to say it's a series. And I totally forgot the name of it. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I forgot the name of the author. But great book. I said that to say this.
Hold on. Is it called I Accidentally Summoned a Demon by Jade Harley?
No, it's not Jade Harley. It's
I Accidentally Summoned a Demon.
I accidentally summoned a demon boyfriend.
Oh.
Is the title.
I'm trying to find it. Demon, maybe I should.
It is by
Demon Boyfriend. I'm just looking it up.
Jessica Cage. It's by Jessica Cage.
Okay. Okay, so they don't have.
But now I got the next book, which I haven't quite started yet. But the next book is called I Accidentally Hooked Up with a Vampire, and she tells me that if you're into Buffy the Vampire, it'll really squeeze your glutes. She didn't use those words, but I had to throw that in there.
Squeeze your glutes.
But that being said, nerds, you want book recs? TBJ's the one. She's the one for you, right?
So my problem is I do a lot of audiobooks also, but I'm also a cheapskate. So I only do it if I can get it on Hoopla, the library. Okay.
Well, see, here's the thing. So what happened? One of the things that happened, she hit me at the right time because I had like an Audible promo thing where I got you know how you scroll through like Instagram and all of them and everything. And like I've been an Audible subscriber before, so I see promos like come back and you get this for such and such for 3 months or something. And so I think I had like a credit left. And the thing was about to end, and I was like, well, I need to spend this credit. Let me ask TBJ a good book recommendation so I can spend this credit on him. That's when she told me. I was like, boom, got it. And because I listened to the first 5 minutes, and the first thing starts off talking about booty juice. I like booty juice untold.
So I can get this right now with a free trial of Audible for 30 days. But here, folks, I'm going to recommend this is for everybody. I have probably been down the same rabbit hole probably 10 times. I sign up for a free Audible trial. I forgot that I signed up, and then I have a $8.99 a month subscription for 3 years. I never download a single book, and then I go to cancel. I was like, wait a minute, you have 9 million credits. Do you want to download a bunch of books before you cancel? And so I download a bunch of books, and then I cancel. And I don't know where those books go. I've downloaded them somewhere. I don't know if they're in the cloud. I don't know if that's why I'm out of memory.
So if you're in your Audible account, it should be just in your library in Audible.
So what I should do is
you have access. Like if you log into Audible, even if you don't have a subscription, the book that you've bought should be in your library.
Problem is I'm in Amazon. So what happens if I do try for $0? Does it log me into my Audible?
Right, your Audible should be your same.
I should have an Audible app.
Amazon
account app for it.
Oh, that's what I use, the app.
There it is. Okay, so
but then
instead of ordering,
and also speaking on the cheapskate thing, Hoopla doesn't really work for me sometimes.
Yeah.
So I use Libby.
Okay.
And Libby, I also had that's why most of my Audible books, not Audible, my audio books is where I usually get listen to stuff. Like right now, I have like an hour left in it, which I need to finish. It'll be due tomorrow. But I'm reading another book that I think she recommended this to me, called The Ministry of Time. But I'm 91% through that. Another book she's recommended to me, Finley Donovan is killing it. I just started that when I'm like 3% into that. But with that, you can borrow the book through your library. So you're not actually having to, let me buy this, let me buy that. So it's I can just
have you heard of
check it out.
Yeah. So sorry to cut you off here. Have you heard of Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Dungeon Crawler Carl, I have that.
You do?
I've listened to that. I've not listened. I've listened to the first chapter or so.
Yeah.
I get to the part when a dude goes out to look for Princess Donut. But Dungeon Crawler Carl.
It's hard to say.
Crawl.
I can't say.
Dungeon Crawler Carl is one of those books when I first got on deep into book talk. It's very popular because there's it's a big series, and then they're actually about to make that into a television series.
Really? Yeah.
They've actually announced some of the cast for the actual series itself.
So,
you're going to tell me you know someone who's a part of the cast of Dungeon Crawler Carl?
No, I don't at all. No, I just I'm trying to log into my library account right now because you mentioned Libby, and I want to see if they still have that too. But I haven't been on my library's account. I've been just going right through Hoopla, which seems to want a pin, and I don't think my pin is correct.
Well, there's a comic that is a Dungeon Crawler comic. Dungeon. Let's call it DCC comic that came out a few weeks ago.
Of Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Yep.
I can't say it either. Dungeon Crawler Carl. No, so Dungeon Crawler Carl, my father-in-law recommended to me, which is funny because he's not. He is nerdy.
It's you know what kind of vibe it gives me?
Huh.
It gives me the vibe of The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, which he loves. Which would make sense.
So it kind of has that. It kind of has that vibe. This guy goes out. He has on a leather jacket, and it's weird, the world's ending or something. And he goes out looking for this cat that's called Princess Donut. And then it's like it's one of those things that like it's not it's an I'm listening to it as an audiobook, so it's sounds pretty good. So eventually I'll get through the first book, but I think there are like 8 or 9 books of it.
Oh my gosh! Now they have a Canopy.
Yeah, Canopy, you can get like movies and stuff like that. It's a lot you can do with your library card.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Watch now with your public library card or university login. Yes, I have a library card. I shouldn't be doing this while I'm trying to talk here. But this is nerdy stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Libraries are nerdy. We were originally going to get on here and talk about Masters of the Universe.
I feel like eventually we'll get back to it, right? Because I feel like a Masters of the Universe has to at least have some Ando input, right? Because I feel like he nerded up on that, like probably jizz on himself wanting to talk about that.
Well, that's the thing is, did he even?
Yeah, he said he watched it yesterday.
Did he say anything about it? Did he like it?
He didn't say anything about it. He just and the Polo just said he watched it yesterday. That's when he was saying probably going to see Speedy tonight.
Huh.
Which spoiler free take on Spider-Man real quick. A lot of people, including some people we know, I like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I feel like each individual person's Spider-Man, which if you're into the multiverse, and then the fact that we got them in the Far From Home, so you got to see all 3 of them, their variations of Peter Parker. I think they each have their own kind of vibe when it comes to playing the character and the role. Especially when it comes to their mannerisms, right?
Did I miss something? How do we get to Spider-Man?
Because Ando's supposed to be seeing Spider-Man tonight.
Spider-Man tonight. Yeah, right. Okay, sorry.
But Tom Holland has, to me, he's grown with the character, right? So we get that kind of Spider-Man that you would have seen, like it gives it more of a comic book feel. Or if you're dealing with the story of Spider-Man, where it's like a young Peter, like he grows up and becomes an adult kind of thing, you get that vibe with Tom Holland. Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, he was basically grown. Tobey Maguire, kind of sort of like they tried to do like, oh, he's young now, he's older thing, but like Tobey Maguire, he's one of those guys where it's like Tom Holland, he's one of those guys that you have certain actors, they have that their ages are, and I'm using this as like a metaphor, their ages are like androgynous, right?
Yeah.
Like you can look at them and you'd be like, oh, this guy's supposed to be playing a 15-year-old, but he's actually 25 or something like that. And he's believable.
So that
whereas Tobey Maguire,
is that the right word for that?
Well, I'm using it as a metaphor.
I know what you mean.
I get I'm using it in a sense like you know, like his age.
Their ages are fluid.
Right.
Which is probably the same kind of word. Right. Never mind.
Right.
Yeah.
So Tobey Maguire, like the first movie, he was like a high schooler. And then by the time you get to the last one, he's like a full-grown adult. But he just felt like an old guy playing a high schooler. Whereas Tom Holland, you get that, oh, hey, Mr. Stark, you get that little kid to like, once you see him in this movie, you like, okay, he's an adult. He's like
Yeah.
he's in his mid-20s. He's like this millennial kind of like you feel that. But that's not even about what I was going to get to. I was going to get to the one thing I've been telling people about this movie is when you go see this movie, even though you know it's the way that they show it on television, you know it's a spider, it's quote unquote a superhero movie. You get like your mind is going like, okay, this is an action movie, but it's like the drama in it really shines. So it's almost like I made this stupid word where it's like it's a dramaction kind of thing. Well, you have like a dramedy,
Yeah,
but it's like
dramedy.
this. So it's kind of
So
like
this
a
is
dramaction,
drama plus action from
right? And
action.
it's so much in it, like it's weird. Uh, Punisher One Last Kill kind of has the same feel. I mean, but Punisher One Last Kill is very violent, but at its core, it has a little bit of drama in it.
So that movie is like a TV movie, right? Like it's on
It's
on
yeah,
Disney,
it's
but it's
like
only an hour, right? Or 51
right. So
minutes.
it's like the Werewolf by Night thing, and like the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday thing. It's like that one shot, but it's oh my, like, so I was talking to Andrew, friend of the
Friend of the
show.
show, not Andy, but
We
Andrew,
was
who
talking about
I just saw him.
Spider-Man.
I just saw him on Sunday. His band Lead Monk was playing at my local establishment, the
And
Waxhaw Tap House.
he went we was talking about Spider-Man, and he was talking about how John Bernthal is Punisher, like it's so good, so good. But he hasn't seen John Bernthal as anything in Punisher except for this Spider-Man movie. And I was like, dude, John Bernthal has basically made the Punisher his RDG Tony Stark. Like him in One Last Kill, wow. Wow. Like he's good in this, but if you see him in One Last Kill, like it's a culmination of him from everything he's been put in as the Punisher in up until that point. Just watching him in One Last Kill, it's like it's one of those things where it's like you watch it and you want to watch it again. Like it's one of those. It's like you want to watch it again for a character study.
You
want to watch it again. Say it again.
You're gonna be impressed because I am actually about to start that because I've gone through the MCU where I was a year ago. I just finished Wonder Man, and that's next on my list. So then I think I'm caught up. Besides Spider-Man,
how sad are you that they they greenlit a season 2 for Wonder Man in March, and then they canceled it a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I can't believe they did that.
And like aside from the whole like, everyone's up in arms because they cancel all the People of Color projects. Let's talk about how Marvel, we're jumping, but it's 30-30. Longer than 30-30, longer than 30.
It's a nerdy 30,
So let's talk about how Marvel is treating some of their properties like their comic book series that are underselling, and they've decided, oh, this is the last issue. We're going to give them another issue and then let them know that the comic is ending after this issue, as opposed to, oh, this is it. Let's show you something. Let's not necessarily ride off into the sunset. Let's send them off to what comes next. But then there's no fucking next. Like, you're making these shows, and you're not automatically getting greenlit for a second season, but you're making these shows with open-ended endings in these movies, or these movies where you're giving us either stingers or you're giving us post-credit scenes that you never fucking follow up on, or like and I get it, but then it's like either it's extra fan service or it's like, okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, it's like now that I think about it, it's like I'm wondering, like it's one of those things where it's like I'm wondering what happens in Secret Wars. Like,
we won't know for a while.
but then there's also, I'm like, what happens to, like, how do we fix Secret Invasion? Shit, like, how do we fix, like, what do we do with the Secret Invasion stuff? Like, how much is the stuff that's going to happen in Doomsday? Like, there's extra, whatever, they say it's about 7 extra minutes. There's 7 extra minutes that you're giving us in Avengers Endgame that's going to lead into Doomsday, which is then also going to set us up for Secret Wars, which leads into the Mutant Saga. Like, how are we going to fix some of these other plot holes that you started, or are we just going to be like, oh, let's just forget about it. Let's just forget about the Skrull invasion. Let's forget about Harry Styles showing up. You've already fucked over us with Blade. Like, let's just forget about the whole Eternals as a property. Let's just forget all about the Celestial shit. You know, we fucking killed off Thanos. We don't need to worry about none of that shit. We can just pull from bits and pieces of Celestial stuff and throw that in. And then, like, the super nerds, they'll probably get it, but then we'll just sit there and bank on everyone else just wanting to go see a really good superhero movie, knowing that, like, there's superstars in it. You know, because most of them be confused as to, like, wait, why is Captain America back if they got Sam Wilson as Captain America, and then they're angry because they're saying, like, oh, they're not giving Sam Wilson time to be Captain America. You know, because Steve Rogers can't just be Steve Rogers. They just automatically associate Steve Rogers with Captain America. So they see Steve Rogers, they automatically assume he's Captain America and not just Steve Rogers or Nomad. It's Captain America because that's the Captain America man. You know, so
can we venture to start saying they need to just start over at this point?
well, that supposedly
Just
that's
end it
what's
all
going to
and start
happen
a
with
whole new one?
Doomsday and Secret Wars. They're going to, because, you know, the incursion, which is basically happening, right?
Yeah, so they're
It's
going
like
to summon the same heroes from some other universe, and we're going to go to
right.
some
So
other.
so we're going to have all of these heroes combining in. That's how we're going to finally introduce, or I don't want to say finally introduce because we have mutants, but then the thing is, it's like, you know, Wonder Man technically is a mutant. Kamala Khan, a mutant. You know, we've already seen that fuckface Magic Mike. We got Deadpool. We got, so it's like they're gonna, and then I'm not even gonna say it, but so mutants are here, but I guess we won't act depending upon what they give us at the end of Doomsday. But we probably won't hear the word mutants until Secret Wars. For, you know, because it's it's one of those things where Marvel's banking on us just wanting the next big blockbuster from them to not really care whether or not that these other things that they're promoting just basically end up being like open-ended shows that eventually they'll just either cancel or keep going. Like even Daredevil Born Again. They said like how
Dungeon Crawler
the
Call by Matt
viewership
Dinneman, Chapter 1. Imagine the world ending.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what is that?
I just found it on YouTube. I don't know if that's supposed to be.
You can find pretty much any of those type of books. You can find someone has uploaded them to YouTube.
Until they get in trouble. Sorry. I've been all this time.
Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
They've said how the viewership for like season 2 fell off drastically from season 1, even though they've already greenlit and finished season 3 of that, which will come out next year. But that'll probably be the last season of that one.
Hey nerds, we're gonna pause here and let you soak in all the nerd stuff Artstar and Joe discussed and continue this episode next time. This will buy us some time to make more free nerd content for you to enjoy. Excelsior, bitch!
Rap about the president no more, but evidently they don't see we in the streets still poor, still more incarceration of my kinsmen by the prisons and people thinking this election.
The Nerd Skool podcast is a product of History for Jerks and a member of the Queen City Podcast Network. Find out more about History for Jerks at historyforjerks.com.
History for Jerks, you're the jerk, we can make history, mother.